Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Bella and I do everything fashion and creative. And today, it is finally time for part 2 of my senior collection vlog. There's not much to say, but I am gonna point out the elephant in the room. This is being posted in August, and this was in fact being filmed in March and April. So listen, your girl gets busy, you know? At least I'm getting it posted. I am also in a new location. I've moved cities. I'm in a home instead of an apartment, and I have a huge studio all to myself, an entire floor for my studio. You will be getting a studio tour soon. Don't worry, after I get the rest of this collection out, then trust me, we'll talk about everything new that's happening. But I just wanted to get that out of the way, and that's really it. So let's watch me struggle through the next month of my collection. Hello, listen, it has been a long day. In fact, it started at 5:30 a.m. So with that being said, these vlogs are meant to give you an inside look on what it's like in a designer's life, designing a collection, and I want to be as real with you guys as possible. So don't say anything about how bummy I look, okay? Great, glad we're on the same page. Now that I have that out of the way, we're going to talk about draping. Well, actually, I guess we should talk about our next 3 looks that we're going to do. These are the 3 looks that I'm doing next, and I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. These 2 looks, same bodice. Isn't that great? So you know what that means? We drape once, we pattern once, we just make some few alterations to the sizing, we're good to go. So I'm gonna tape out that drape, basically. We're just doing that same curved neckline that we saw with the flounce mini dress, except instead of having bust starts, we're going to have princess seams down to the waistline. And then for the black look, it is basically a tunic. So I'm gonna think about if I will drape that. I feel like I probably won't, but we'll see. But it is going to be open on the side right here. A little bit of skin. And then the blue look is the flounce maxi, which is lovely because all I need to do is make a bunch of circle skirts and layer them on top of each other. So I'm feeling good about these 2 looks. I'm excited. The blue gown, girl, I don't know. That's enough talking for tonight. I'm just gonna tape out our style lines and then I'm going to bed. Hello everybody. It's been a snow day today. It's snowing. Anyway, we're just gonna drape really quick. And this is a really simple princess seam bodice, so it really shouldn't take us too long. And honestly, now that I think about it, I probably have a pattern that I could have adapted this from. Actually, I definitely do, but that's okay. This shouldn't take us a while. So we'll just do it this way first. We're back. It has been a while since I last talked to you guys, but it is March 8th. It is a Saturday before my spring break, and next critique is in a week and a half. So the Wednesday after spring break, which means no spring break for me, just making clothes. In terms of where I am, I've prototyped everything except for the blue gown that goes with this corset. So honestly, I don't know how that's gonna go. We're just gonna make it, I guess. But beside that, I've prototyped and fitted everything and they all fit perfectly, so I feel good to just keep going. This is about all I've made in terms of a final garment. Oh, it's upside down. It is the bodice shell of the black tunic, and that is it. So I'm gonna keep making this. Honestly, this black tunic and legging look, I'm gonna be able to finish really quickly. The leggings or the flare stretch pants took like 20 minutes to make, if that. Black corset I got fitting perfectly, but that will be made out of lace with black boning channels, so it won't take forever to make, but I will have to take my time. And the blue flounce maxi dress, the pattern is 50 pages for just the skirt, and that is actually just half the skirt because it is cut on fold. I haven't even finished assembling it yet because it takes so long, but that fit perfectly. So I'm going to cut out all of those layers with the chiffon and hope and pray that I have enough chiffon, because if I don't, actually, we're not even gonna think about it. I do have enough chiffon. We're manifesting. And then I'm gonna have to dip dye, I think, the top layers on that dress because they're a little too light and I want them to match the dark blue at the top. So I might have to dye them dark blue. And then again, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with this gown. I don't know if it's the smart thing to get to her last, but like, it might just be what happens. With all that being said, I'm gonna get to work. Hey, 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 hey. Say hi. Sorry. It's all cut out. Oh wait, I forgot the waist. Okay, that took forever. I guess let's just keep moving. So at this point, I have fully constructed the lining and I am finishing the last seam on the shell. I hope you can hear while I sew and talk. After I do this, I'm gonna stop here. One, because I have plans tonight, but two, because I need a black separating zipper to be able to go any further, which I do not have. So I have to get a black separating zipper. I'm also going to order some gold chain because this garment, as well as some other ones, are going to have some gold chain detailing. So I'm going to finish the seam, I'm going to order those things, and then we will pick back up tomorrow. Hello! I'm going to do some pattern editing really quick. So like I said, or at least I believe I said, the black lace corset prototype fit perfectly. I do want to extend the hem by 1/2 inch, but I'm not going to make a new pattern for that. I will change it on Adobe, but I'm not gonna reprint it out. Wait, no, it's perfect because I'm finishing the edges with rude. I'm finishing the edges with bias tape, so I'll just leave the seam allowance on. Great. And then for my stretch flare pant, lace pant thing, that fit pretty well considering that was my first ever stretch pant. However, we do have about 4 things we need to change. We need to add 10 inches to the length because I forgot when you stretch horizontally, it brings length up. If you have something this wide and then you stretch it, it's gonna. Anyway, then I'm gonna add just a 1/4 inch to the thighs because they were a little bit tight. And then I'm actually going to add a thick black elastic to the waistband. So I should have ordered that on Amazon. Maybe I won't add elastic to the waistband. No, I might need to go to the store. We'll see. Okay, actually I do need to go to the store because I don't have black cone thread and I can't go to Joann's. My life is so hard. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna add like a thick elastic to the waistband and I'm just gonna flare the pants to the max from the knee. Just very easy changes. I mean, only 3 of them are actual changes to the pattern, so we should be good. I'm going to change the pattern and then I'm going to go to a sewing store. I don't know which one. Michael's? I don't know. What's up, girlies? It is Tuesday. I just got back from Pilates and we are going to get to work. This is what we did last night. She's basically done. I don't know why I just lied to you. She's almost fully constructed. The back is still missing its center back panels because that is made out of the lining fabric, not the lace, because we're putting eyelets in it. So I just cut those out, but I'm not going to finish this yet. I'm going to serge the lace pants before my roommate gets home from work because a serger is really loud. I think that is everything for right now. So let's get serging. Okay, we have 2 legs. Time to serge them together. This lace is so pretty, but it is so staticky. I hate static. I'm like terrified of static. Okay, time to serge. Guys, I cannot. These pants are so freaking cute. Okay, she's really tall right now so that we can look at the waist, but like, I can't wait to see my model in these. I purposely made the waist very high. I wanted the waistband to connect with the pants at the natural waist, so the waistband would go above the waist a little bit. And with seam allowance, I think we're going to get that. Let's get the waistband and see how we feel about that. So the waistband will be folded in half and will be like this. So when the waistband is folded over, it's already pretty opaque. Not completely, but I feel totally fine putting the elastic in. I don't think it's gonna look weird. I don't think it's gonna stand out. So let's measure some elastic and finish these pants. The pants are done. Oh yeah. Here is the waistband. I love it. It is so long compared to me. This is touching the ground currently, but I'm not gonna hem the bottom. I'm gonna leave it a raw edge and cut along the edge of the lace like this. All right, this is my first fully completed garment. Now we're going to finish the lace corset. Two hours later and we are done sewing the boning channels. I did take a break, so it didn't take the full 2 hours, but it took a long time. But here she is. Now we just need to get boning in there, do the bias tape finish on the top and the bottom, and then put the eyelets in the back, and she's done. But first I got some packages. This is what I ordered the other day on Amazon. So I figured we could open everything and make sure that we like them. This is one of my chains. I got 2. I got more of a plain chain and then one not so plain. You'll see in a second. This is the not so plain one. I like it. Here she is. That was package number 1. Package number 2. What is this? I don't even remember what I ordered. It was 2 days ago. Oh, my eyelets. The black eyelets. And then last but not least, hook and eye tape and the other chain. This is the more plain chain. Just a plain gold chain. Let's take a look at this hook and eye tape. Oh, it's really like velvety soft on the inside. See how it hooks. Oh. I can already say that I'm not pleased because the hooks are in the center of this, not on the edge. So when it gets hooked together with something, it has this much overlap. Unless I'm stupid and you're supposed to sew it folded, then it looks like that. That's better. Anyway. That is the Amazon haul. I'm going to make myself a sandwich and then keep working on the corset. Guys, I just can't do bias tape. I mean, like, I can do bias tape, but I hate it. I hate it with my entire being, one may say. So even though my last step is putting the bias tape around this corset, I'm not doing that right now. I have other things I can work on, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do. So I guess I will work on, I guess I'll finish the tunic top, or work on the tunic top. Finish. Who am I kidding? I mean, it's 8 o'clock. Oh my God, the time just changed. So like it just got dark. So I feel like it's 6, but no, it's 8. Tunic top it is. That's what we're gonna work on. I made steps. We have 7 steps. I'll read them to you. Step 1, make ties. Step 2, pin hook and eyes on. Step 3, pin ties. I really wanted to make sure I didn't forget anything. Step 4, sew around, leave a hole. Step 5, flip right side out. Step 6, hand stitch hole. Step 7, hand stitch chains. So these steps are obviously written for children, but I fear I will forget something. So that's what we're gonna do. It is currently 8 p.m., 8:10 to be precise. This will probably take me the rest of the night. It's like 4 hours. If it takes me 4 hours, then we have a problem and I need to fix something within myself. If we get it done before midnight, then that's good. But if not, then something's wrong with me. This is like a little experiment. I'm gonna guess that it takes 2 hours. Will it take 4 hours or will it take 2 hours? Put your votes in now. Let's get to work. Okay, hello everyone. It is Thursday. I crashed out last night. It was not working for me, so I stopped working at like 11:30, which is honestly not good. I've been working until like 2 a.m. the past couple nights, which is probably why I crashed out. You know, gotta take care of yourself. So I'm making the tunic top. However, the length of the skirts are not lining up, and I'm scared that it is supposed to be the longer length, and I'm hopeful that it is supposed to be the shorter length, because if it's supposed to be the shorter length, then we can just cut down the lining, but if it's supposed to be the longer length, then I have to seam rip, recut, and re-sew. The printed out patterns that I have say it's supposed to be 15.5 inches, and I'm just really hoping that I use the wrong patterns. I've been mixing up my prototype patterns and my final patterns because I don't throw away my prototype patterns, so we're going to check the document because the document is up to date. Please, 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 please. Yes. Yes! It's the shorter length. That saves me from another crash out because, guys, it was about to be bad. It was about to be bad and it was about to be all on camera. Now that we know we are doing all right, let's get to work. Okay, guys, she is done for the most part. I just found out that I'm babysitting tomorrow, so I'll be doing my hand stitching while babysitting, but besides that, she is all complete. The hand stitching is, I need to hand stitch this hole, and then I need to hand stitch the hook and eyes on because I actually don't know if I ever talked about this. I hated the hook and eye tape, but I decided that after I cut it, so I don't know if I could return it. We'll see, but here she is. Also, just so cute. Stop, like the little tie and the little leg slit with the lace pants. Oh, it's gonna look so good. I can't wait. While I have some energy in me, I think I'm going to try sewing the bias tape on the corset again. I think I have like 2 hours before I need to leave for my doctor's appointment, so hopefully we can get some good work done. Say hello. Say hi, YouTube. Say, oh. You don't want to say hi? Hey guys, I don't think I've voiceovered in this video yet, but look how cute this corset is. Oh my god, I'm obsessed. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here. It's called accurately measuring, and let me tell you, my measuring is so accurate that I indeed ran out of fabric. Yes, this is me realizing that I do not have enough fabric to cut all of my layers. Yeah, so I did have to order new fabric. At this point, I'm constantly on the verge of a crash out, but we persisted. We cut out the fabric. We kept moving. Now we are hand stitching, which is another thing that I don't love. I'm like not great with tedious work with my hands. I don't know why. Honestly, I'm probably just overworked and tired, but what are we gonna do about it? Nothing. This collection isn't gonna finish herself now, is it? But we stitched on the hook and eyes and we are all good. All right, we are back. It is Saturday. I have made a to-do list for today / just everything else that I need to get done. I made it on Notability, aka my new favorite note-taking app. It has the cutest templates, just, oh, it's amazing. So there is now a dress next to me. It has been about an hour and my camera died, so I just got to work. And I did not expect anything to come from this, but something did come from this. So unfortunately I did not catch it on camera, but this is the front half of the drape of the blue gown. Unfortunately, I absolutely love it in this color and I want this dress in this color. But we have all of the chalk lines marked out. And this is my first time ever doing like a drape like this. And then I'm going to take this, cut it out, adapt it into a pattern, make minor changes, and then make the prototype. I don't know, I'm just going for it. At this point, I'm honestly so far behind on this gown that I don't have time to think about what I'm doing. I just need to do it. So we have the front draped out. Unfortunately, this is all the fabric that I have here. This is free fabric that I got from the studio. So I will re-drape the back of this garment on the other side of the fabric and then go to the studio, get more of this fabric and prototype. But I just wanted to show you guys this. I have no idea how this is gonna go. Hopefully it goes extremely well. Hello party people. A little bit of jump in time because I realized I haven't checked in a while. It is 1:35 a.m. Yes, that is why I'm talking quietly because my roommate is asleep. But I draped, obviously, and then I adapted the pattern and then I printed it out and then I assembled the pattern, which took me a long time because it was 50 pages. Again, another 50-page pattern. We love to see it. And honestly, I didn't film that stuff because that's kind of boring. But now the fabric is finally cut and we're going to sew. Will tonight become an all-nighter? I don't know, because after I finish making this prototype, there's not much else I can do until the sun rises. Also, speaking of the sunrise, I did this really fun, cool thing a couple days ago where I scheduled a Pilates class for 8 a.m. So at least I'll be up. If I don't sleep, I'll be up. 8 a.m. Pilates. Anyway, I'll have to look back at my list, but I don't think there's much else I can do after I sew this prototype. My fitting isn't until 5 p.m. tomorrow. And I can't sew the blue dress because I'm waiting on the chiffon. So we are kind of stuck in a limbo, but we will see. For right now, we're just gonna focus on this gown. Guys, look at my George Washington girl. Anyway. So it is 2:40 a.m. and the dress is done. We have a sewn garment. Ta-da! She's not pressed, but here's the thing. I drank an entire energy drink expecting to be up the entire night patterning and making this prototype. And it is 3 a.m. almost, and I'm done, and there's not much else I can do tonight. So as much as I would like to get some sleep before Pilates, I don't think it's gonna happen. So I'm just gonna do random stuff for the rest of the night. I need to hem the lace pants. Oh, I had my fitting today. They fit perfectly. And the model looks so good in it, but I need to hem those pants, and I need to add some more hook and eyes, and I need to add the eyelets to the corset, and that is literally all I can do because I need to go to Michael's tomorrow and get some fabric dye. Could have gotten some extra hours of sleep, but you know, might as well just knock it out now. We'll see if I stay up. We'll see what happens. I'm so tired. No satin string, but we did get the dye, and that's more necessary. So I'll get the string on Amazon or something. Oh my god. Good morning. Hello. I apologize if I look terrifying. I didn't sleep and then went to a Pilates class immediately, so give me some grace. Anyway, now that we have that out of the way, let me show you what I accomplished. She doesn't fully fit the dress form, which is great because my model does not have the same measurements as the dress form. She has the same waist measurements and hip measurements, but she has a smaller bust, which is lovely because the waist and the hip fit perfect and the bust does not, and that's what we want to see. But I'm kind of obsessed with her. I love her and I love this color, but the actual gown will be blue. But low-key, maybe I'll try this on, and if it looks good on me, I might turn this into a dress. Off the bat, there's some like minor changes. I accidentally made the shoulder seams 2 different lengths. Easy fix, but just something to be aware of. Moving on, I got navy blue synthetic fabric dye. I went to Michael's because Joann's is no longer with us. Oh, and this dye is for the flounces on the blue flounce mini and maxi. I can't remember if I said that, but I'm going to do some test samples with that blue chiffon, and then once I'm confident with my samples, then dye the actual skirts. I will say I have fabric dyed before, but the directions never get any easier. Make this make sense. For every pound of dry fabric, 2 adult large shirts use half bottle of dye with 3 gallons of water. That sounds right until you are dyeing a very lightweight fabric where you need a lot of fabric for it to be a pound, and then 3 gallons of water is nothing. So then you have to increase the water, then you also have to increase the dye, but you're not increasing the fabric. It's a lot of conversions in math. And if you guys were here for my Sabrina Carpenter Halloween costume, you guys saw me struggle to dye that lace because it was the same thing. I had to dye a bunch of lace and the conversions were not converting. So actually what I did was just I poured a bunch of water into a bucket and I poured a bunch of dye into a bucket and I just dyed my fabric. I didn't do any math in the end. So I'm gonna start with this. Oh, let me show you what I did last night. I hemmed the black lace pants, which isn't that exciting because it's just a raw edge because it's lace, but I added the eyelets. I love them. I think they look really good. I made sure to get matte black because I wanted it to match the garment. And my hand is in fact bruised from clamping all of these on. Some of them aren't even clamped on as tight as they can go because my hand was tingling and it was 5 a.m. So this garment is fully done. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Guys, this is why I don't do the math, okay? I weighed my fabric samples and then I did the proportional conversions and everything. And for this amount of fabric, which is roughly 1 ounce, I would need to use 3 ounces of water. This amount of fabric is going to soak up 3 ounces of water. So I tried doing the math, but you know, I think I'm just gonna put some water in a pot and boil it and see what happens. Directions say you want it just below boiling. As we know, I follow the directions thoroughly. Add a teaspoon of liquid dish detergent, but we don't have gallons, so we're just gonna do, sure. And then like guesstimating here. Oh, that's dark. It's like nothing though. I'll just do like, okay, I'll call it a day. And now we stir, now we submerge. Okay, it's storming, but I took out a sample at 5 minutes. It is now 10 minutes, so I'm gonna take out the other sample, and then I'm gonna take out the last sample at 15 minutes. I hope that will make them dark enough. I honestly really have no idea. So hopefully I don't have to do more samples. I can't remember if I showed you guys, but this is the color blue that we're going for. It does not need to be the exact color. However, this is the color of the bodices of the dresses. And when the chiffon is its plain natural color next to it, it reads a little bit gray. So I just wanted to add a little bit more blue into it. So hopefully those samples accomplish that. Okay, all the samples are out. They are soaking wet and I was obviously going to hang dry them, but I think I'm just gonna throw them in the dryer. In the dryer they go. Okay guys, I just took a 2-hour nap because I'm exhausted. And let me show you the results. So this is our fabric that was dyed. And this is our fabric that wasn't dyed at all. They're the same color. It didn't dye at all. It like might be the slightest bit darker, but so I'm gonna try again. And I'm just gonna leave the sample in there for like an hour. Maybe I will pull one out at, I'll pull one out at 45 minutes and I'll pull one out at an hour. Okay, I'm back. It is like 9 p.m. on Monday. It was my best friend's birthday today, so I went and celebrated. But now we're doing some more work. Let me tell you what I've done today. I have dyed all the layers of the flounce dresses that need to be dyed. I dyed the top layers for an hour and the second layers for 30 minutes, so hopefully it creates that nice ombre effect like I wanted. Also, look what was delivered today, my fabric. I'm actually so excited because this wasn't supposed to be delivered until tomorrow, and it was delivered at like noon today. So good job, fabric wholesale. So I'm gonna rip into this, cut the 2 tiers for the long flounce dress, and see how far I get. I do have yet another 8 a.m. Pilates class tomorrow. So I want to be in bed by midnight, and it is 9 p.m. right now, so we have about 3 hours. Let's see what we can get done. Okay, we have finally added French seams to each skirt, all 6 of them, only on one side, but you know, it takes a while. But now we're going to stay stitch all of these skirts together and then attach it to the lining. I'm so ready to be done. Hey guys, it's me again. I'm currently sewing all the skirts onto the bodice of the blue flounce dress. However, I don't show you the blue flounce dress on my model, but stay until the outro and I will explain why and I will show you pictures, I promise. Okay, we're walking to critique. Okay, so that was the second month of my collection, doing my second round of garments. So let's talk about the blue flounce dress that I didn't really show you. I sewed it and it was honestly really easy to sew. And then right when I was done, I picked it up and I looked at it and I said, what is this mop of fabric? I hated it. And then the next day I put it on my model, pictures here, and it's really not that bad on her. I still wasn't in love though. I was not getting the ombre effect that I wanted. It just felt like too much. Granted, the layers weren't hemmed yet, but it just felt heavy and like it was giving nothing. It was just a blue blob, honestly. So I was really upset by that, but I needed to make the dress work. I needed to have that dress. Also, as you can tell, the dyeing did nothing. Like maybe the top layer is a little bit darker than the rest of them, but that's really it. It was just all around not what I wanted it to be. So during critique, the textile professor actually gave me the wonderful idea of using NC State's professional grade dye labs, because we have that. I just didn't think of that. I was trying to do it myself. She was like, yeah, hit up the guy that works the lab and ask him if he'll help you and maybe he'll professionally dye your fabric for you. And that is what I did. So that's a little sneak peek into next video. What else did they say? Well, they loved all the garments. They really did. They especially loved the look too with the lace pants and the tunic top, which I mean, everyone loves that one. I think that's a fan favorite. Oh, a big change. We were also in agreement that the blue dress, the blue gown looked so much prettier without the corset on it. So even though I made that corset, I do believe I will be cutting it from the show. Maybe I will wear it for my little designer walk, but it will not be on that dress. The blue just was not reflecting enough light, so you couldn't see the blue underneath the lace, and it was just kind of like a black blob on top of a blue dress. It took away all the shape. It would look good over a lighter color dress, but that blue is just not meant to have that on there. So that's getting cut. Oh, and the one other feedback they had was they wanted me to put boning on the side seams of the blue flounce dress just because it is really heavy. I agree with them on that. I will be putting boning there. But besides that, there was no other feedback. I got a 99 on my critique. So I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, that is it for the second month of my critique. I promise you month 3 will come out way sooner than this one did. You have my word. The next video is going to be so exciting because there's actually a show day vlog in it. Anyway, with all that being said, if you would like even more content from me, make sure to follow me on Instagram and TikTok. My handle is @BellaForden. If you enjoyed this video, give me a like, and if you want to support me even further, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. Okay guys, that is everything for this video. Thank you so much for waiting 2 months for the second part. Again, I'm so sorry, but I promise it will be quicker. Oh, and before we go, thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers and almost 2,000 subscribers. I think I'm at 1.6K right now, and honestly, that just makes me so happy to see my little family growing. So thank you guys for watching my videos, and I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.